Hello Dawncaster people for another playthrough, and this is our last trip with Voodoo Hunter, cause today I finally been able to defeat Rathael starting with Voodoo. Is this a good idea to start with Voodoo to go for Rathael? Not really, not really. And this is mainly because Voodoo is about performance, and in my opinion, performance is more a tool you wanna add to your deck. The early game of Voodoo Hunter, which is Rathael, the mask, and your passive, is, and I speak in impossible, by the way, not in general. In general, if you go for even in impossible, if you want to go through the game and fight the spine, Voodoo Hunter can definitely do this. But I'm not going for spine that much. Honestly, I'm going for spine more for the video than for me. I prefer to fight Rathael. I think that Rathael is definitely a challenge, where spine can be beat by pretty much any archetype if you know what you're doing. Spine can do stuff that most of the time you can beat it. Rathael, in the other hand, is something else. And with Voodoo performance, by the way, some stuff are really wrong for going for a while. The first thing that make Voodoo bad for going for Rathael is the way Voodoo defends itself. You gonna make max HP to defend yourself, and with those max HP you gonna make healing with performance then gonna go to 5 to 10% of your max HP, so it gets bigger the longer the one go. Why this is not a good way to defend yourself on the path to Rathael? At Canto 5, so Ember's Wide, Swamp, and Rampart, enemies start going for crazy damage and have really big health pools. The time you're gonna waste to building your max HP to heal up may be the time you should have spent try to kill them, because most of the time some of the monsters gonna get crazy scaling in one turn and achieve you the next turn, being able to straight up killing you twice in a row. That make Voodoo a bit too slow on this one. But Voodoo have also some really good argument in early game, and that's why I use this one here, because you're gonna see the best early damage you can find with Voodoo, which make your Canto 1 and 2 go just so easy, just so fast, and then starting to make a transition for our late game. And our late game is pretty much a common archetype you can see for Hunter in Impossible going Wrath. It's nothing new. I didn't make something where you're gonna be, oh my god, this guy is a genius. No. This is really basic Hunter stuff for Rathael. This is even easier to achieve with another start. But considering Voodoo, what's happened early game? Here the Dance of Spirit I've picked is just that my main goal, and that's why I'm doing a lot of performance a lot of the time, even when this does nothing, is I want to make my 100 souls. That's it. I'm not overthinking stuff. I want to see 100 souls, and that's it. All the other stuff I'm doing is damage mitigation, healing, and yeah, potency is kind of the best way to deal damage. Using the Rattler for whipping is sometimes okay, but you can't really tell yourself, I'm gonna use a Rattler to hit my opponent, because you never know if this is gonna be possible. You see, on a 2 card left in my hand, this Rattler gonna do a performance and not it. So you can't really consider Rattler a damage dealing card, because it's too random, and random is not something you like when you're playing cards most of the time. How can I say this? This one is just to show you how to transition more than anything. By looking at the card pool of Hunter and Voodoo Hunter, I mean, most of the archetype rely on a lot of stuff. You can see that Voodoo fits with pretty much any expansion in the game, and this is pretty rough to deal with. Going for an archetype which gonna ask you to play a lot of expansion is not that good. The expansion I'm running for this one are Metamorphosis, Catalyst, and Eclipse. Eclipse, obviously, you don't have the choice. If you want to play Voodoo, you have to go for Eclipse. Catalyst is most of the card of Catalyst is about darkness, and Voodoo darkness can be a thing. I'm tempting to try it since Darkness Hunter is my favorite hunter, and I'm kind of tempting to try it, but not now, not today. I see that there definitely be something going on with Voodoo and Darkness, and some perks work in this way. Metamorphosis is all about souls, and also Voodoo build a lot of souls. Would I prefer starting with Voodoo for going to souls, or would I prefer to go with totems? I think totems are really better early in Impossible. Totems deal more damage and allow you to scale faster. You can gain strength, you get the zap, you build in souls, which also heal you a bit, and you also make some armor. So totems would definitely have been better for this playthrough. The all totem setup. And with Catalyst, I will have access to Idol Totem, which make all the 5 totem you have access without Darkness Ritualist appear. So it would have just been better. But yeah, at this point of the run, I didn't know this, so yeah. Oh yeah, about the Abomination, this is the best fight with Voodoo, because the 10-time performance of Voodoo make you swap your health with your opponent if you have more max HP than the opponent. You starting with 95 max HP, and Abomination have 94. So you just try to set up your health pool and keep the last 10 of the performance with your mask, so you can trigger it whenever you want. And Abomination go for max damage to 13. He can also do 12 if you go 2 times for his double hit, the Bone Knuckles. And after this, the Skull Strike, don't know the name, is hitting you for 7. So here I just try to set up my F to be as close as I can to the end, and letting him at 3 HP, 1 if I can, obviously. This fight is really good because you're gonna just straight up heal to full life. So it's always good during the run. About the Catalyst expansion, I wasn't thinking about using darkness stuff. I was just thinking about the cursed puzzle box. Because with Voodoo, the cursed puzzle box is really easy to use. And it's easy to use simply because the effigy performance, the one that's gonna give you a little effigy and give you needles pin, this is a really good target to make free your cursed puzzle box. I didn't get it, unfortunately. You will see this in a few seconds. So this is the second tomb of the place. Here I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna duplicate. So far I don't know. Of opportunity, feels bad to remove a block just before. Pick it. So yeah, donc Skater Source is really important because I know I'm gonna go for ferocity stuff. I'm gonna go, I got the liver mark just before. This is crit ferocity. Ferocity is just the best benediction in my opinion in the game. It gives you damage, it gives you healing, and with some perks or some enchantment, it gives you armor. This is the most powerful benediction. It's not the easiest to make work, but it's the easiest to be cleaning impossible. It's by far the best one. Can we kill this ghoul, please? So again, just Breach Source is dead. He's dead by poison. Enfeebled is really good. Works really well in Ember's Wild and even late game. 10% max HP on 25k, it's pretty good. But I was looking at no soap, but it was just for transmute purpose. Because some warrior cards, I'm interested in some warrior card. I'm just trying to figure out, can I take it without risking to die? Here is my try to get the Cursed Puzzle Box, but Ruin of Persistence is really good. Why it's really good? Again, because Rathael. Rathael, for every 20 card you draw, you're gonna bury your card, one of your cards. And this is pretty much random. You can really try to set up the card you're gonna bury. So it's important to have your key card buried. And with this early Ruin of Persistence, I'm not set yet to do crazy stuff. So I'm just gonna find a good target for it, or for my late game, or for manage my early game. Because so far, there I'm gonna struggle in the next canto. I got damage, I got healing, and this is a tough choice, Mojo and Death of Blight. Death of Blight is gonna deal damage enough for canto 1 and 2. Mojo is an easy way to put an effigy in play with your mask. Both are really good. I go for Dance of Blight because you just see the scaling of this thing. Your potency just scales so fast. It's just so fast that early enemies can do much with it. You just need to tank the attack after this. But here again, so you go for the potency, you get Ritualist again, you can replay it again. 10 potency on turn 2, this guy is dead. This is a perfect fight. Again, Lost of Blood. This is where I start to figure out that, yeah, Darkness Voodoo, this is something I want to try maybe another time. Because a lot of stuff can go with this. And oh yeah, another reason why it's better to start with something else than Voodoo. The Eclipse expansion, you can use them in any Hunter run. Performance is a tool. It's gonna be just a tool in your deck to help you survive or to help you draw. And also help you clean affliction in some cases. But it's really here to help you achieve the goal of your deck, not be your deck. And that's quite make it kind of difficult to play, because when you play Voodoo, you have the sensation that the deck can go in every direction. You can go with poison, you can go with whipping, you can stay with just performance. This is a lot of stuff going on. A lot of cards could be picked with this archetype. So you should definitely have to stay focused on what you want to achieve. This is probably the time when I was really picky with my card. I'm gonna skip a lot of stuff, even it's good in the deck or doing well in the deck. The fact that you can die so easily on bad turns is, in the next contour you really see it. This is really stressful. Voodoo can be a lot of stress. Yeah, I was just trying to see if I can transform the Doom into Ferocity to have a better crit. Sleight of Hand is just a card that goes in every deck, so don't be afraid to take it. And yeah, since I got Livermark, which is an extremely good card, one of the best cards of Hunter, I'm gonna go for the Ferocity stuff. With Voodoo, the best way I find for Ferocity is the Vulture Soul, going with what's the name? The snake that inflicts poison for every 10 souls you have. Corrosive Spirit. I think it's Corrosive Spirit. Because Corrosive Spirit has the advantage to really shredding ward from opponent. If you fight, I think about Dantelion or Baylor, there are 4 wards on them, and those are the 2 enemies you have with the most ward. You just shred through this ward. The Transmute, I'm pretty high on my swords, so I go for Transmute on Dark Spirit. And so Dance of Light was really good in the next canto. Now it's the time to shine for Dark Hand. Because with all those swords I've built in the last canto, I'm really close to every max HP of my opponent. So most of the time for this canto, Dark Hand is a straight up one shot. Here I know I'm just gonna get carried by it. So Drunken is at 91, I'm at 90. I just have to make 1 source. And now I just have to draw my Dark Hand and he's dead. Simply as that. And this works even better in the bandit camps, since in bandit camps the enemy has lower max HP. And here, yeah, this Rune of Pleasure, I'm gonna put on Dark Hand, because for this canto, if I find Dark Hand, I want to keep it. Now, yeah, I just make 1 other source, so yeah, 91, I'm in 92, so this is a kill. And boom. I'm looking if I'm making HP, if I'm making source. but I think it's just a kill. I take these Vulture Souls. This is for me the best scaling card of the Eclipse expansion for Hunter. Always go for strategies. This is my most picked perk of the game. Here we take the gold, because we love money, of course. Gonna need it. Socrates End, so here I just see that, yeah, 87 max HP. You look dead to me. It's just, do I make one more source or not? Because I'm still not at 100. That's the only thing I'm watching. She's not going to attack me, so I'm not taking damage. Yeah, let's make just one source. And boom. So this is the the high peak of Dark End. Canto 1 and Canto 3 are really the place where Dark End is a straight up murder machine. Pretty much any opponent you find, you kill them. This carry you easily. After this, it depends on what you find for your deck. If you go with potency stuff, you would want to remove Dark End or transmute it. Because going poison potency stuff, you're not gonna touch the max HP of your opponent. So most of the time you will not be able to put in play your Dark End. If you go whipping stuff, like here with the ferocity I'm stuck doing, whipping is really good. Whipping, if I can make a whipping attack crit, this whipping attack gonna deal a bunch of damage to my opponent, reducing a big amount of their health and giving me health back. So I'm looking for whipping stuff. But if I don't find enough way to scale, Daken would have to go. Harvester is really good, End Hunter is really good, Keen Mind is really good. This is definitely Harvester. You want to have a lot of souls, and 120 is the max you can achieve. Which is kind of a shame, because if there is a way to extend the number of souls you have by an unlimited number, I think about the extraction card. If extraction, which give you souls equal to 5% of your max HP. Let's imagine a world when you get to, I don't know, 4k HP. You get an effigy in play and stuff that make you build max HP, and you're in 2 turns at 4k max HP. You go for extraction, and for this fight, your souls goes up to, let's say, I don't know, 5% of 5k, but let's say you have 300 souls. You have a lot of cards with the archetype that scale with souls, notably one of the legendary that is heavy and deal damage and healing you for every 2 souls you have. So when you get just the 100 souls, it's 50 healing, 50 damage on your opponent. Don't remember if it's whipping the opponent, by the way, but this is a card I think that extraction, which is kind of a meh card for now, because it just makes you gain souls, and you always gain souls passively. You always build souls, so I don't think extraction is a good card for now. It really needs a buff or to get reworked, because the effect is just too meh. This is just, you play the card, so it costs 1 mana and 2 blood, and you're gonna make swords, which not gonna deal damage to your opponent, gonna deal damage to you, by the way, and didn't do anything else. If it explodes the threshold of swords, at least for the fight where it's played, this is something. This is something you can do something with. But so far, Spectral End, by the way, if you go potency, is your worst enemy. Because when you go for paper, you have no way to deal with this. So be careful going for the Blight archetype. Here you see Scattersoul doing his job. It's pretty cool to see. Getting a lot of health. Getting back, yeah, 93, pretty happy about it. If I could, because in the end I'm not able to have any more effigy because I didn't find more mojo than that, and at the point when one was offered to me, it was too late. But the best performance with Voodoo is definitely the effigy. Effigy is basically whenever you deal damage to your opponent, you gain that much in max HP. And it works with potency, direct damage, everything that deals damage to your opponent. So it's really a good way to make max HP really fast. So this is basically my favorite aspect of performance. You can see the world when you play your mask, you get a mojo memorize, you perform for 1, and then you mojo, which can perform for 4 if you have at least 3 souls with you, and you have an effigy in playthrought 1. And this is crazy. Blood Fever can work, by the way, in this archetype. Not now. Here, I can pick it. But you can deal a lot of poison and you can convert this to bleeding. And if you find the event with the stew, you get vampirism, and vampirism can be your way to healing back to full life and dealing damage through barrier or stuff like that. Here, no stew and no poison so far, at least not really, except the slow performance poison. Is this a paper I'm gonna eat? No. So yeah, leave a mark doing this stuff. Boom. And since I use a Rattler to proc my ferocity, I shred a big chunk of his max HP. And again, the beauty of Dark End. Boom! Get out of my game! We claim we're good. Fits in pretty much anything. Don't remember what Blue Shrine's gonna be. And Count Vesperine. So yeah, Count Vesperine in impossible difficulty. If you have a deck that just deal one big attack, you're dead. You're dead to this man. For every mirror he got, and you can see in the top right corner, here he got 5 by default. He has a chance to simply dodge the attack. So leave a mark, even if it doesn't hit your opponent, leave the mark. So now he can get armor or evasion, but he can still dodge my attack, and 6 mirror is a lot. This is basically a bit of luck this time, because if I can't hit him, can't not whipping his health bar. So the little 20 bonus souls from Harvester matter in this fight. Yeah, he's on the threshold. I'm not gonna stay. This is too risky. And this is a early level 3. First strike will have been a pick in overtime. I can go for Energized because I'm not... Voodoo can deal with his opponent on turn 1. At least for now I can do this. So I can go for Energized. So it's just or dexterity or great on strength, basically. I can see a world where scam can be used, but not now. So I'm taking my gold, and now there is two things on this screen that got my interest. The Ghost Wound is one of the best whipping cards in Hunter, and I told you I was looking for a rare warrior card. Strike Vital can be good, but 3 red mana is too much, and I'm afraid to not being able to manage this. So I want to take it to be able to transmute it, but I'm afraid to die because of it. And now I have to manage my deck for the next Kanto. There is no more opponent in the area, and for Ember's Wild, I am not at all confident about what's gonna happen. So I know that Darken, even if I have a Ghost Wound and some Ferocity, on a bad draw, Darken will just be a dead draw. So I prefer... Soulbinder was the card I was picking with Extraction, extra souls from Extraction. Here I pick Voodoo, I guess, but this is bad because I'm not able to make an effigy easily with my current deck. I told you I got really few Voodoo cards during the run because I was running with 1, 2, 3 expansion, and this is not that great to do. I don't know if I go for double healing. Yeah, and I'm gonna cut 1 Wattler again, but I'm not sure if it's a good idea. I mean, this is the only stuff that performed so far. It's my Wattler and my mask. So cutting a Wattler now means I'm start to giving up on the performance. And Dance of Blight is not enough in the next Kanto. Dance of Blight is just too slow. You don't want to let the monster hit you in your next Kanto, because they already gonna hit you, so you have to wait the poison to kill them. I don't remember the lowest HP in Ember's Wild, but I just remember that 300 is kind of the middle half pool of the Kanto. Yeah, nothing to see, and so yeah, Wattler, this is the time. Oh, I go for upgrade. I should have removed a Wattler there, but I'm not confident of what I'm doing still, because what scares me now is bad draw. For now, I survived because of Ferocity, healing back and doing damage. The problem is if Skater is in my bottom card, how am I gonna crit? And this is just a misplay. I was thinking of Voodoo, and Panther don't have an enchantment. This is the only monster of the Kanto that doesn't have an enchantment, and I was like, that was done. Putting the mark on Panther because this can gain evasion, and as you see, so yeah, it's almost 200 max HP. Yeah, this is a bad scenario. My Skater is literally in my bottom 3 cards, and Skater Source, you have to play it, and then next turn, if you don't have draw, you'll be able to crit. So this is 2 turns doing pretty much nothing. I'm already at 63 HP. I am at 2 mutations, so Panther doesn't scale that well. But a little bit later, I'm got with much more mutation, and this can go wrong really easily. And here, obviously, I didn't get any good crit card I was looking for. I just got my Wetler. So this is 3 Scatter Swords lost. And now Panther starts going. She don't do the best damage she can do, and I'm pretty happy about it. So I'm gonna take advantage of it. I should take Skater, yeah. Definitely. So next turn I got my free chance to crit. She was going for double evasion, so it's good. It's good since it's mark. I can crit with this one. Oh, that's good. Make it the source. And boom. First fight was already something that can go wrong. And this is just the first fight. I was looking at the Dance Spirit, but I feel good. I think I can keep all these souls. I don't want to use my souls on Wii Life, because if I'm dead and I go back to 0 souls and 50 HP, at this point with all the remove I've done, I can't make them back. And even if I find other Voodoo cards, most of those Voodoo cards consume souls. Some maximums, but most of them just cut them. Here I got the Reckoning. Prowler is something that can definitely work, by the way, with this Velocity archetype, because you're pretty slow, and I can see a world when you stall the first turn to build max HP, you make passively, without using attack, your ferocity, and then Prowler doubles your ferocity. So I think this is definitely something that can be done. Don't remember how this is going. So far, I'm always able to proc the flanking effect of Livermark, which is good, because without it, I would have been dead most of the time, simply as that. This is simply Livermark doing this stuff. Whipping. Okay. And take the persistent one? No. No. Okay. So you see, Wattler are not even play anymore. This is some damage. That looks like a pretty weak turn, by the way. Yeah. Oh yeah, if you convert the choke, you get stunned. I wasn't aware of this, so I was thinking, oh, I can make at least 1 point of velocity. No, you can't. No. And yeah, with Reckoning, Livermark is just crazy scaling, and you play another one. Boom. We got big damage, but this is not OP. There is the elite of this area, so you got a chance between two. You got the Behemoth, which is a good match for us, and you get the Apex Panther, which is a bad matchup for us. And obviously, I'm a lucky guy, so we got the Apex Predator here. And I'm gonna try to deal with it, but I know that I can go through his darkness. So I'm gonna give it a try just in case of, but This need to hit your opponent. The only card I got that deal with Apex so far is Ghost Wound. But Ghost Wound by itself don't prevent scaling, don't prevent healing. It does nothing by itself. It's just whipping. Whipping 24 so far. Yeah, I was considering removing Skater Souls, but too early. I think it's too early. Yeah, get Chain. That could have been worse. Simply as that. That's some damage. Yeah, that's a easy shock sky for this one. So yeah, Will Skewer with Virtual Soul is crazy. It's this attack can just go crazy and building a lot of ferocity really fast. And if you already have ferocity and being able to make crit this Skewer, the poison apply just go wild and you're really good with this card. Boop. Boop. I let you imagine a world when you don't have healing going here. Just try to figure it out. Yeah, when I see this Serenade, I was like, maybe a full performance can deal easily with this area with this. The Serenade can apply a really lot of charm. So maybe. Yeah, the Apex Stalker is no, it's bad matchup. It's our death. Apex Stalker is just how we die. For the other Ancient Weaver and all other monster, as long as we're able to set up crit fast enough, we're good. This is simply the key, and this is why it feels good to go by the cemetery, because you got a crit card really fast, and if you can manage to make it proc easily, this is really good. So you're gonna see how Skewer can go crazy. Boom. Remember Vampirism? This is a lot of bleeding on a single card. This is, yeah, one quarter. I should have first play Lever Mark, then going for the Sleight of Hand on the swords. Taking my upgrade. So Vilskewer, Lever Mark are just the best target for your upgrades, and it's because of the Butcher perk that I'm starting removing Wattlers, and I don't want to have stuff like what's the name? Vampiris. Vampiris can take upgrades, and I definitely prefer those upgrades on Lever Mark, Deep Wound, and Skewer. This is really just those cards. So crit is set up. That's a lot of strength. That's a really lot of strength. This Panther is scary. Is really scary. If I don't kill her now, this is me, the dead man. So what's the order there? And now I got a big skewer and I can use the Wattler. You see how fragile we are? If I didn't get this hand, I could have been dead. Simply as that. You can't spend too much time in each fight. You can't. You just can't. If the enemies go for really aggressive scaling and big damage the turn right after, you can play every deck you want. This is your death. That's it. What I was looking? I don't know. Let's finish the shock scale. I keep the chameleon. Again, I already thought this. This is the biggest shocking bite you can take. I always keep chameleon late game because when chameleon inflicts poison, this reduces your mutation. And mutation is what makes the Hydra, the boss of the axe, scaling too. Other monsters scaling with it, but Hydra, since the more edge she has, the more damage she's gonna deal. That's really the big things to manage there. Paying attention to your mutation. That's again some damage. So you see why potency is too slow here. With potency, you can't go through those monsters. They have too much HP. Yeah, I've been trying to kill this Apex Stalker. I think I'm gonna give it a shot after the boss, but things are going wrong most times. So got my vulture. I don't have crit in play. What I'm doing? Oh, I keep persistent. Okay. So yeah, I don't want him to tongue slash me. It's just damage. I keep him alive. I can't eat it, by the way. So yeah. Ouch. Yeah. So he's gonna go for double toxic breath. I'm letting doing it. I'm definitely okay losing 2 level on this. Do I keep going? No. Okay. I don't want to stall for too much now. Pin splitter can be used, so nothing to see. Yeah. So I tried. So, what happens when I can't eat my opponent? The best option I have here is try to destroy this darkness and then try to kill him. Problem is, he's making a lot of ferocity really fast. And if I got the ability to make an effigy fast and still have the voodoo card, this is definitely an enchantment I would have picked. I don't know how, but yeah. This is a lot of damage. And even if I play my weakening and everything, I can't pass his darkness. So, feels bad. Yeah. So he is the apex predator, not me. Not this time. With Behemoth, if it would have been the Behemoth, with the Behemoth we're fine. The only thing to consider with Behemoth is the stagger effect it's gonna put on you, but I think by playing just one time there, one card a turn, you can scale enough ferocity for Behemoth. Behemoth wouldn't have been a problem at all. Apex is definitely the problem. I would definitely prefer to fight the Behemoth. Yeah, double tongue, of course. Do I take this? I think. No. Okay. Okay, I should have stayed one more round. And my mutation would have been below 9, which is really good for Hydra. I mean, if you don't go for Rathael and don't pick Sentry Trig from Hydra, you want high mutation because the reward, the card reward after the fight is upgraded by your mutation. So you can find some crazy card upgraded to a lot really fast. And that can be the card that's gonna carry you in late game. Here I know what I'm gonna pick, and I know that this card is dealing 1 damage, so not interesting to having mutation so far. Madness is not bad, because most of the time we're using a lot of mana, so this is gonna help us dealing with the head put in our deck. Another one, please. See, as long as you crit regularly, you're completely fine. You just heal back every time. I like to think of a world with an effigy, of course. This would have been really great, but can play everything in a single deck, right? So the fight goes pretty good. It's a pretty good fight. Yeah, slow is never a good thing. Whipping is terrible versus Hydra because it's really whipping every of his head. So now you see that's a little head now for Hydra. Has to be around 80 HP. Yeah, 122. Yeah, this Shadow Mastery was looking good. This Damnation also was looking really good. But yeah, Sentry. We have to. And yeah, this is simply my ego now. Is do I really try to defeat it once again? I give it one last shot. I don't like when I got a big damage deck that can go through an opponent, so I just give it one more shot, and I'm gonna get put to my place. Yeah, you see, turn 2 is going for attack, and is already at 38 ferocity, which is a big much more than my own ferocity. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'll leave you be. No problem. See you next time. Bad kitty. That's a bad kitty. Temple of the Fire. This is my vanilla way, my vanilla path for this game. When I go for Rathael, it's just Cemetery is my chance to get a Cursed Puzzle Box. Vesperine mention is for the strategist perk. You can try to get the count if you want. Go in Vesperine, but this is the hardest way to get this guy. So I take Mercant, I'm fine with the Mercant. And I go Temple of the Pyre for the Acolyte, which gonna help me bury the Sentry Trig. So I don't have to pick bury stuff to see Rathael. This is really, if you have seen over my video when I go for Rathael, this is really my vanilla path. Also, after I'm going for the dip, why I go for the dip? If I go to the mountain, I don't want the relic at the end, because this is a card I just don't want in my deck. I don't want a turn when this card gonna replace another one for a random effect. I don't like it. It's also really bad if you add the code. I think about the Code of Chivalry, which asks you to have only divine stuff in your deck. At the end of the level, you don't have choice. You're gonna have this relic, which camp you have to choose. And this is your Chivalry code dead. Simply as that. I don't go to the wasteland. Don't remember the name. Because I didn't get Seven Pack Bless. If I have it, maybe I can go there. Because the option of listen to the wind is really good. This is my war pick, because now I try to go for this rare warrior enchantment. Chef Kiss is memorized, so I straight up transmute it. Upheaval is a solid card, can't help me go through stuff, so I take it. Oh yeah, this event, one of the new events that has been had. I like this one, you get HP on one, you get gold on the other one, and a removal. And yeah, I don't doing performance anymore. This is the end of the Voodoo archetype, and we are definitely now just a ferocity hunter. I don't go for the Acolyte straight away because I am at 14 card. Maybe I'm gonna use the Blacksmith to another remove, so I'm at 13 card. And since in the Ember's White I got the passive when I don't play, if I didn't play any action like magic action, ranged action, melee action, I'm able to draw one more card next turn. And this gonna matters. Blazing Weapon, don't stay long in this fight, even never stay long in a fight, by the way. But this fight, this guy is doubling his blessing at the start of each turn. You want to add up his life pretty fast. And don't put it at 50% of his HP, because all this attack gonna be piercing attack. So he's going for 3 attack, 3 times in a row. All is good to see, all we happy about it. Yeah. Prowler, I'm gonna give it a shot to Prowler in the next one, but this is not now. But I'm gonna really give a shot to Darkness Voodoo. There is a perk that goes with it, by the way. When you finish a performance, you gain Darkness equal to your level, and during a performance, you can't be stunned. I prefer Tough Bounce straight away, but I can see a Voodoo Hunter defending itself with Darkness and counteract the downside of Darkness by building max HP. I definitely can say that. Another persistent, so this is really good. I got card that Rathael can bury. This is just the choice between Ghost Wound or the other Liver Mark. Sight of Hand is also good. I think I'm going for the Liver Mark. Reclaim could have been great too, but since it's as charge, I prefer to keep a card that's gonna cycle through my deck. So yeah, Pirate, you want him to do his attack, which is gonna do the little flame. I don't play any attack, so I'm gonna draw one more card, so I get only 2 out. There is a chance where I don't get my Sentry trick, but it's pretty low. I got it on the passive. This is just beautiful. And then just kill. Got Voodoo, got Reckoning. Boom. So many Night Demise during the run. Transform. What do I... This is a mistake, by the way. This transmute is a mistake. For 2 reasons. First of all, I take this Devour Vitality, and this means that now my Butcher can proc on it at the end of the fight. And this Devour Vitality just does nothing for me. I think I'm gonna able to finish some fight with it, but that did not really matter at all. And other reason why it's really bad, I completely forget, but I need Scatosaurus. Why? Because so far I'm doing great because of weakening, making me crit with Liver Mark, Skewer, and Ghost Wound. Weakening make my melee attack crit. Helios is not a melee attack, it's a divine attack. So what does this mean? Now I'm not able to make Helios crit. And for Rathael the Slain, this is a big problem now. So I have to find a way to be able to make crit Helios again. And at this point of the run, I didn't notice at all. Definitely don't fight the martyr. We're doing affliction and we're doing big damage. This is the two things you don't want to do to this guy. And here I go for the avatar, because Corwellian can take 4 hits before you're able to to fight him. And you have already seen on the Apex Stalker what happens if I can put damage on my opponent. By the way, this is the worst upheaval of history. I don't know how... I wasn't playing very well this fight, not gonna lie. It's even really bad, by the way. But here I am. So yeah. I could have lost an enchantment here. I lost an enchantment here. Don't mind me. I'm still able to put the kill. Boom. Boom. And here, if I go for weeping, he's not happy about it. So, good fight. Don't need those. So, we need 2 cards. 1 war card and a crit ray. Something that can make crit anything. I need a crit card that don't make melee attack crit. I can already do this. I need a crit card that makes any action crit. So yeah, Ghost Card West, I don't have 7 pack, and Mountain, I don't want the Relic. This is the dip. This is always, pretty much always the dip for me, except sometimes. Got the Emporium's discount, that's cool. That's why I'm looking for this, and having... At the end of the run, I'm gonna have 4 enchantment in build. Don't do this. If you can, the best ratio personally is 2 enchantment. 3 enchantment is okay. 4 enchantment is going to be dangerous. It's gonna be dangerous if you fight Dantelion. It's gonna be dangerous if you fight Rathael. Rathael gonna he is don't remember my English. Man, how you say that? He reduces your hand size by the number of enchantment you have. And every time you cycle your deck, it's add another reduce effect. So I have no draw so far. I'm just going with my 5 hand every turn. So here, this is the moment where I realize Scatter Soul was the way I make crit Helios. Now, let's see, you have Keen Mind, you have the one that give you +2 draw, stuff like that. This will remake your hand just draw 5 every turn with that much enchantment versus Rathael. I don't remember if Spine punish you to have too many enchantments, but I think it's more D'Artagnan was doing this. So Brother's Mark has to get Embu. This is how we're gonna defend ourselves. I got to memorize. I think I go for Sleight of Hand because it's just good card. And yeah, at this point, we are crazy good. Now we are dealing a lot of damage, we are protecting ourselves, and the combo of Weakening, Brother's Mark, Ferocity, you can achieve the exact same combo going with Great Bow Hunter. You can just achieve this faster and safer. This is just a lot of struggling with Voodoo to achieve this goal. So we make a full transition from Voodoo, which Voodoo help us going through early game. I mean, the Dark End on Canto 3 was really good. The Dance of Blight on Canto 1 helped us dealing with the final boss of the act. That was really good. But the more we progress, you see that Ember's Wild was a lot of problem for Voodoo archetype. Because you are too slow. Potency is too slow. What kind of stuff could have been going on? Maybe if I get some Soul Food card, and I mean some 2 or 3, and finding the stance of the warrior, the serve cold, I think it's called, which put frost on your opponent for every ingredient you eat. Maybe I would have enough defense. Putting frost of my opponent maybe would have been good to defend myself. The game just give me liver mark. If I don't go for crit when I find a liver mark, you never go crit in your life. Simply as that. Now this Canto is just easy peasy. We're gonna start going really fast. We have our Embu. I just want now to imbue Vulture Souls to be set. But even if I don't get it, it's okay. Vulture would have been really a main objective to imbue if I only find Skewer and no Liver Mark. Corrupted Spirit building Ferocity is so good. I think it doesn't go really well in the end because my deck is pretty small, so proccing Ancestral wasn't that easy. So I just pick it because this is one of the cards I really like in the Ferocity Voodoo. This is simply the way you build your Ferocity for Skewer, then you Skewer for the crit, and you go crazy poison really fast. But here, let me play Liver Mark. This card is too good. About the Kraken, don't stay versus the Kraken with a big Benediction, because he can convert this Benediction into an Affliction. And let's say you have a 3000 Ferocity, and then he turns this into Charm. You're dead. There is a lot of ways to die in Dawncaster. This is one of them. I don't have the Vulture in play. Too bad. Yeah. Spike Plating is very good. It's just... it's not needed. Spike Plating is not needed. And here, the second Will Skewer, I should have taken it. But at this point, I'm just worried about making Helios crit. And I didn't pay attention to the Scatter Source. I was looking at the Whipping Strike. Because Whipping Strike could have been in the place of Ghost Wound. Whipping Strike is really good in the crit system. And also work really well with Whipping Voodoo. So another mistake from me here. And this is a lot of mistake, by the way. Don't be like me, be a good player. Don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. I'm looking at this Blood Iron just to transmute it on same rarity and finding Death Wish. Because you can replace Reckoning with Death Wish. You find Death Wish and you make it persistent so you can play it on the right turn. And this is one less imbu enchantment, and this is just Death Wish is a crazy good card. If you find a Death Wish, most of the time in any deck you have, take it. I mean, in any deck. Not in Charm deck, not in a Snare deck, not in deck that don't do damage. But Mojo is too late. This Mojo is really too late. I would have loved to pick it in other terms, but this is really too late now to put back performance in the archetype. There's just the mask. Now the mask on turn 1 is really bad. It feels really bad because it does just nothing. So this is the next remove, and if I find Collector, this is what he's gonna get. You look dead to me? But yeah, Death Wish, I definitely have picked one. I don't remember the name of the card I'm gonna find. It's the next Kanto. I think I find it in the shop. And at this point of the run, I'm starting to be a bit desperate about finding a way to make crit Elias. So, yeah. All of the Silent Sands, obviously. Yeah, you can find Rathael the Slain with the other Kanto too, by the way. So I could have gone to the cathedral, and it would have been really easy, because the worst effect there is the bury a card, and it's just gonna be my sleight of hand or my voodoo mask. So I'm okay with this. Could have we killed Baylor? We could set up a kill on Baylor. It's pretty difficult since our poison is not gonna go through his ward, except corrosive. But I think it will be achievable. The land with the plants, I don't remember the name, was completely okay. Just has to let the boss gain some strength to hit it. But I like this area. It's because it's new. It's the one I find it the best. I like the idea with the statue. Most of the enemy are pretty dangerous. This guy can daze you, interrupt you, so if you're going for channel stuff, this is a big threat. If you're playing a lot of heavy cost card, this guy is really dangerous. He got also, this cocoon is an aura, by the way, so he give him to his friend. I know, this is something dangerous. This is a challenge. Cathedral, once you kill the 3 mini boss of the place, I find it okay. But why I prefer the other, no, but not this one. What I like about the 2 other area is, if you got the Headhunter perk, which is when you kill the boss of a place, you gain 50 gold and go back to full life. It doesn't work on Cathedral since this is free boss. You don't get 150 gold and you don't get 3 times full max HP. I think they are more considered about elites than a real boss. This is more about 3 elites than a real Kanto boss. By the way, spike plating doing its job. I don't think, I don't know if you find it cool, but I kind of like it personally. That's a lot of armor, that's a lot of damage. This second Currency Spirit, I should have taken this. I should have definitely taken this. And yeah, so I need crit. There is no crit. And I am saved by Thunderclap. I was just reading if Thunderclap make crit another action and not a melee action. Or a basic distance action. So I'm really saved by this card right away. I could have just lost just before. Boom. Yeah, a lot of enemy have some shell. This guy, the first hit he take is just gonna deal 1 damage to him. So if you're going with, I don't know, warrior going with the big planet hit, this is not gonna work. Don't need the axe. I don't play with Fury. So let's take down the other hunter. That's a really bad starting end, by the way. Do I play it? Okay, I take some armor. If this guy hits you, his shell is upgrade. So I want it to be at 1. And that's it. How do I do this? Can I kill it? Yeah. Yeah, because of the blading. No, don't need for this. What's this? Transform. This is the mask. This is Voodoo Mask leaving us. And so the end of all the Voodoo stuff. Total Recall is too late. Voodoo can be played because we can make effigy. And yeah, No Mercy is really good with max HP. Can be your main source of damage. I mean, you find a No Mercy early on the one, you go definitely for max HP Voodoo, effigy Voodoo. Definitely. And you can also put some whipping in your deck. And No Mercy gonna kill your opponent really fast. So maybe one day also a No Mercy one could be cool. No, it was not enough bleeding to kill. So yeah, dodge is a problem for us. Evasion, when enemy gain evasion, it's kind of a problem for us. Battleborn looks really good. Foot critics could have been really great too. Strange Field number is too slow. And yeah, we take Battleborn. Take Battleborn here. I'm just completely greedy. I like money, and this is just, yeah, now I can imbue finally this Virtual Swords. I'm set. I got energy weapon, but don't do much. If you have many Will Skewer, take the soup. Because this is big heal and big damage. But here I'm more about Lever Mark. This is more about the Lever Mark deck, finally. And no Lever Mark on my starting hand feels always good. So Crypt Broodmother have so far in the right corner you can see I have to hit her again 3 times before being able to damage her, but that does not apply with piercing damage. So Helios and Ghost Wound can go through this. And now since I'm only draw 5 cards a turn, I didn't draw any of her spider, and I'm just able to doing a big crit on her. Boom. Goodbye. Again, I should have picked this Skewer. I'm considering it, I'm telling myself, he's not upgraded too. I got Ferocity, I was dumb. That was again something really dumb from me. Having 2 Will Skewer could have been really great. And now I'm just looking for the 2 last monster I can find. I know sometime I can go to 65 gold there for the passer, but sometimes it's just 50. I don't know this work. I mean, maybe because of ambush or stuff like that on the opportunities, maybe. And now I just want to kill you. So healing is not a problem, but yeah, this can crit. I mean, so this another turn for me to wait. Yep. Yep. Can do anything. So I just heal it to make some armor, and that's it. And again. Boom. I'm just thinking about the card, but yeah. Okay. It does the job, but with seeing this, I'm not really okay. And yeah, 55 gold. The ferryman gonna be happy about it. And he's dead. Yeah. No aftershock. Don't need this. Let's upgrade. It's a veil. Okay. And ferryman. I'm just looking if there is something else, but I don't want to go through screen again and again. So let's go. So now Rathael the Slain. So we have just to set up Helios with enough ferocity. The idea is simply to put it to this next health bar and crit with Helios. Again, Helios is piercing damage, so it's gonna simply ignore the barrier is gonna make. So here, don't use Ghost Wound, because you're gonna whipping him too much. He's not gonna have that much LP left. Bam, boom. This is, by the way, this is the first try serie, which I'm pretty happy about, because I can go here, I go for a 2-cost card, I can go for this one, and bam. That was good. And now, Rathael the Reborn. And this is not a first try fight. I didn't keep all the fight, I just put the victory one. Because yeah, got some issue with I wasn't that focused, I have to say, but it's completely achievable. So what you have to pay attention is what's gonna do Rathael. He has his attack, the shield one are healing and removing buff, and also gaining Imperious. Imperious is really problematic because when he gets Imperious, we lose every ferocity we get on the next crit. So if I don't have an attack that don't crit to proc the Imperious, that could be bad. And since we get some random stuff, this is a bit random, and I didn't consider the Imperious effect when I was doing the playthrough. Here with the skull attack, he remove a benediction, so I got just potency and ferocity. So I have to hit it. I have to go for the hit because I can lose all ferocity straight away. have to do it. But this is some big damage. Really big damage. He's not happy about it here. Directly. First attack is my curiosity. Yeah, so Imperius is kind of a problem, but yeah, double tap here to save the day. And now this is just, can we kill? I think maybe it was Vilskewer first because of the ward. So here is dead, and the Weeping Ghost Wood, but he really low life. So that's why Weeping is good against Rathael, because even if he goes for his Reborn effect, the fact that you Weeping his life put him in a lot of trouble. 58. Can't proc Thunderclap. So again, one more turn. Got one Imperius, got again a Resurrection, by the way. Yeah, got the Skew. Resistance. Okay, he don't have the mana to replay a debuff, and he's not going for his Imperius, so this is a good moment to kill him. Because now our ferocity is just scaling or scaling. Oh no, and we're gonna lose everything. So you see this 7k and nothing. Imperious Divinity, yeah, yet again. It's great because you can see what's doing Rathael during many turns. Oh yeah, because when you kill Rathael, he interrupts you, so you lose all your mana. I'm gonna make a video about just the Rathael the Reborn fight, because there is a lot of stuff going on during this fight, always, and it helps you figure out what you should take to fight him. This is probably the last video for Voodoo Hunter, because I don't want to play it anymore, by the way. Thanks you guys for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video. And well, see you next time.